Excellent. We've already seen a few examples of what we're going to learn, and what we're going to learn is called methods. When we were learning about object and data structure types in Python like lists and strings, we have come across methods like append, upper, pop, and a lot more we've seen over the different videos. Methods are essentially functions that are built into the object itself. So they are built into whatever object you create, and there are some inbuilt methods as well. So we'll learn about how to create our own objects later on using object-oriented programming and classes. But this particular section, let's go over methods and clearly understand so we don't get confused with methods and functions. Methods actually perform specific actions on object, and they can also take arguments just like a function. And this is a brief introduction and get you thinking about all the design methods that we touch back upon when we are going to learn about object-oriented programming in this course. So we're setting you up and putting you in a good situation to be able to comprehend and digest and implement object-oriented programming as an expert in your path of becoming a cool developer or a programmer or whatever your intentions are to be a data scientist or an analyst and so on. And methods, let me just give you an example on the screen of how the method looks. So a method is always dependent on an object. So there is an object and there is a period or a dot, and then there is a method and there are some arguments. Now that's the very brief view to understand how methods work. You later see that we can think of methods as having an argument as self. Okay, remember this keyword called self. I will put this on the screen as well. Self is a keyword which refers to the object itself. We'll be using this and more so heavily in Django and Flask, in other words, but you understand we are learning methods and the self right now in the foundation, and you can build on this learning so on. Now, why are we using this self and why are we referring to the object itself? We'll see that. That is because if I have to just define it, we'll be using it during an object-oriented programming course. I want to still be introduce you to something what a list has got as a various method. Just go over it. So now we went over certain methods. I will put them up on the screen as well. And the method that we tried during list, I want you to try out. Create a list and give it a value from 1 to 10, okay, and try this as an exercise, and then try out all of the methods starting with append, count, extend, insert, pop, remove, reverse, and sort. Try all of these methods and let me know how that goes. Now those are inbuilt methods. So don't forget to try them and play around with the rest of the methods. And I also will recommend you to Google search for methods from the Python documentation, and then you understand how how methods work. And by this lecture, you feel comfortable calling methods for objects in Python. And let's move on to learn something more important before we jump on to object-oriented programming. See you in the next class.